Declan Bonner's with me here. We're at the Four Masters ground here, Chilconnell Park in Donegal town. And Declan, so far so good. Tyrone and Armagh, two difficult assignments for the team, but the boys have really worked well and reached this semi-final, and you'll go into Saturday's game like the seniors as favourites, but taking nothing for granted.
Absolutely, it's been a good campaign. The Tyrone game, we didn't perform probably in the first half, maybe players playing the first championship match. Once we got them in at half time, I think very good second half performance. We outscored Tyrone, I think 6 points to no score. Against Armagh, a difficult match. The first 20 minutes was really difficult, but once we got on top of Armagh, really performed well again in the second half. And we're going to have to produce probably 60 minutes to beat Derry this weekend. Yeah,
the Armagh game, of course, leading up and played early because of the leave insert, and you were saying to me that it's been good now to get the boys back to training with the pressures of exams off their shoulders, because it is difficult for young men. It's a big responsibility for them, get their exams done, but they still want to play their football.
Yeah, it's a huge time in these young players' lives, and the exams are a big important part. And we had a difficult maybe 2 weeks with the exams being on. We got them in maybe once over the weekend. There was 15 of those guys doing exams, and there was another 15 that weren't. So we took in the guys during the week that weren't doing exams. But I'm glad it's all over. We had them all in last weekend, trained again last night, and we'll have one more session now before Saturday.
Yeah. Loads of distractions after both matches as well, Declan, off the pitch. I'm sure that hasn't been a help, but obviously it's up to people like yourself to get the boys to put that behind them and focus on their football. But I'm sure everybody could have done without those distractions.
Yeah, could have done without them, and the one thing that we can control is basically playing on the playing field and doing what we do best on the training ground and on the pitch. A lot of the distractions, we're disappointed to say the least, to be quite honest, Charlie, and but we can only control what's in our circle, and that's what we've done. And the players have been very, very good, especially the players that have been in the media spotlight. Those guys have trained really, really well over the last couple of weeks, and all we can do is concentrate on playing football and control the matters. That's what's in our hands.
Yeah, you're meeting Derry, and you've already played them twice in the minor league and beaten them on 2 occasions. Declan, is that an advantage or a disadvantage?
Well, we treat every game. The league was very, very important for us, just to build confidence within the group. People talk about this a better team than last. That's very, very difficult, because it's a brand new team. There's 5 or 6 last year's team or squad that's still available to us. Apart from that, there's 26, 27 new lads within that group, and it's about building confidence, and we've done that throughout the league. We won the league, and we set our stall out last year to do the exact same thing, and that builds confidence. And the Derry game, we beat them well in the first league, the group match. We had a good match in the league final. Derry put up to us for long enough that day, and we've gone as favourites, and Derry are a decent side. To me, I felt they were the best side we met in the league, and it's a match that we need to be on our guard. We need to produce a performance, but if we do that, Charlie, we're capable of beating most teams on any given day.
Yeah, they'll know more about you than perhaps they wouldn't have had, obviously, if you hadn't have played them, and I'm sure they'll be making plans because they'll know who the danger players is. Does that change your mindset in terms of preparing the team and in terms of tactics for the game, Declan?
Not really, Charlie. We go into every game, we take each game on its merit, and we look at the opposition, and we analyse the opposition, and the one thing that we want is let these lads play football. We don't change our team, we do change our team, but we don't change our tactics that much in terms. We concentrate on playing to our strengths, and whatever Derry throw at it, we hope that we have prepared for that. But as I say, if we can produce a performance on the day, we'd be quite confident we can win that match.
Yeah, having watched your team several times now, the balance seems to be very good. All teams that are going to be successful need good forwards, and you have that, and an abundance of them. But you also are strong around midfield, and your defence has been hugely impressive when put under pressure, Declan.
Has been, Charlie, and a lot of the forwards and probably that middle third do get all the plaudits, but the defence has been very, very good. Like we have conceded, I think, no more than maybe 9 or 10 scores in any given game, but the defence has been very, very good. But our defence, basically, apart from being a good forward nowadays, you've got to defend properly also. And it's one thing that we've coached these lads over the last couple of years, is that you have to defend. There's no point just kicking the ball over the bar now. You've got to be fit to defend when we're not in possession, and the lads do that, and that makes our defence's job that bit easier. So it's all about work, and a lot of huge work ethic within that group of players. And to me, there's a very good squad of players. They're working really, really hard, and even over the last couple of weeks in terms of in-house games, a lot of lads have been pushing now to get into that first 15, into that 24, and that's what you need.
So confident you're going to win?
Well, we prepared well for it, to be quite honest. As I say, the leave insert and what went on has been a bit of a distraction, but as I say, we go out every night to train, and we go out to get the best out of those lads. Every night we treat it as a game situation, as a match situation. We want to get the best out of these guys. They are responding, there's no doubt about that there, and if we do get a performance at the weekend, we'll be quite confident we won it.
Wish you well with it, Declan.
Thanks, Charlie.